Now, if you guys don't remember, Megan Thee Stallion lost her mother March of 2019 last year to what reports say was a brain tumor. I want to also add her mother was her manager. She handled almost all of Megan's business, and she was like her best friend. In March of 2019, Megan Thee Stallion's career also really took off, and her rise to fame began with her record Big Ol' Freak, which was a hit. And it became a dance challenge, which also helped skyrocket the record. Now, lots of people called her out on that. You know, we noticed it. The same exact month as your mother dying, your career took off. Damn, she's doing world tours. She's going state to state. Did you even take a moment to grieve? People took notice of this. And let's see, this is what Megan Thee Stallion had to say. I also found it very interesting, her mother didn't die until after Meg signed a management deal with none other than Roc Nation, who is owned and ran by Jay-Z. See, Meg signed her name in blood. Oftentimes, blood sacrifices are the ultimate price for fame, and the closer and more significant the person is to you that you're sacrificing, the more powerful the ritual itself will be, ultimately giving you more money, fame, and power. See, if Megan's mother was still alive, do you think the elites of the industry would have 100% control of her career, and the vision for her career and where it will go? No. And just to make this very clear, this is not the first celebrity who's had a close family member or friend die exactly at the same time their career is taking off. It happens so often, I'm gonna do a separate video on it in the future. Okay, now let's take a look at Cardi B, who just recently dropped a song titled WAP, which stands for Wet Ass Pussy, okay? Now, I like Cardi, young girl from the hood who made it, cool, that's dope. But as she's rose to the top of the entertainment industry, I've noticed a dark turn, and I think everyone has. That's why a while back, fans took to Cardi B's Instagram page, accusing her of being in the Illuminati or being an Illuminati puppet and a devil worshiper, and here's what Cardi B had to say.
You motherfuckers see artists every single day busting their ass. Like, I bust my ass every single day. Every day. But y'all want to blame the success on motherfucking Illuminati. You wear a checker shit, Illuminati. Triangle, Illuminati. Oh, motherfucking, I do a video with Third Fire Illuminati. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Do you know if I spend my money tomorrow, I ain't gonna have shit? Eh? You know, if I stop doing music, if I stop working tomorrow, if I be like, I don't want to fucking work I don't want to work no more, my shit will go down the garbage. Shut the fuck up with this shit. I pray to God every single day for me to be where I'm at. So why, where I am, where I'm at, that's when I'm gonna stop fucking with God. Shut the fuck up. A bitch is a whole straight Catholic Christian bitch. Fuck Satan, fuck you for your dumbass shit.
Now, Cardi, that sounds good, but it's just not true. See, just because she's unaware she's a puppet and a vessel for the elite, being used to dumb down the masses and hypersexualize young women all over the world, doesn't mean that she is not indeed a slave and a puppet to the beast system. Cardi B's target demographic is between ages 18 to 25. Yes, people of ages over that love her, but also we can bet our bottom dollar her audience from ages 8 to 17 is extremely populated, and they're all watching Cardi, from fashion to dancing to hair. You know, this is a very influential time period for young girls, and it also affects the young males from that age who have their own cell phones, tablets, or just parents who watch Cardi's content in front of them, and Cardi B is half naked, dancing in a sexual nature. What do you think the young male is thinking? He's developing lust and now seeing women in a different way. No one wants to go to the start of where children start going down the wrong path. A lot of it has to do with the false idols they grow up worshiping. But have no idea the artist or celebrity they're worshiping is being controlled by a dark force who indeed has evil agendas at hand. In Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion's new video WAP, it's pretty extreme on the lust and sexualization depictions. It's also promoting lesbianism. As Cardi B and Meg, they lay on the floor throughout the video surrounded by snakes, which we know is symbolizing fertility and transformation. But in this instance, where they're actually in a snake pit laying and bathing in them, which is a darker, sinister depiction, you see the two licking and touching full-fledged, like lusting over one another. And that is not what 12 and 10-year-old girls should be seeing. As you can see here, the serpent is coming out of her mouth. She is no longer in the snake pit lusting and making love to the snakes. The beast is a part of her now. They are one. The animals you'll see are even in sexual position, so understand this just isn't a godly music video representing who Cardi B claims she serves. This was a well thought out, carefully planned and scripted weapon used to manipulate, fascinate, and hypersexualize the minds of millions. Now let's talk about Kylie Jenner's appearance. She's the head of the coven, guys, the queen bee, the chosen one. You know this because she's not twerking in this video. You don't see her laying on the ground with serpents getting initiated. She's boldly walking through the house that's clearly not of this world, checking on her work. You know, she's opening the door, she's looking at the girl, she's looking at the beast, showcasing the power she truly has over every demon in the house. You'll notice sometimes you see the girls and sometimes you'll see beasts, you know, in these mysterious rooms. Understand that there is no difference. They are all beasts. See, even though Meg, Cardi, and Kylie are in their human form, they are still beasts. Hence why you see them in animal print clothing the entire time. You'll see them just staying there with ferocious animals, but they're both calm because they are one. They are all beasts and they all have been initiated. Another thing I'll point out is the layout of the house. Yes, it's to let you know you're in a magical, demonic realm, but the Alice in Wonderland kind of themed house is also to put the viewer in a hypnotic state. The flooring, the windows, the way everything looks like a carnival fun house. It's an MK Ultra tactic to hypnotize the viewer so that your subconscious mind frame is more open and ready to receive all these subliminal and not hidden subliminal messages, which is ultimately telling the viewers lust, sin, engage in lots of sex, whether it's straight or same sex. It doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter your age. Some would argue that Cardi B is a grown woman who makes music for grown adults. Others would say this is the information age and everyone has electronic devices, and Cardi B has a responsibility to the millions of young kids who look up and admire her. Leave a comment right now. Is it the children's parents' fault? Do they need to tighten up on what their children are watching? Or is it Cardi B's fault because she knows millions of young kids look up to her, idolize her, and she's still putting out this filth? Comment in the section. Is it the parents' fault or is it Cardi's fault? And since we're talking about female rap artists, Lauryn Hill's daughter, Sayla Marley, for those of you who don't know, Lauryn has 6 children, 5 of them by Bob Marley's son, Rohan Marley. Okay, but Sayla went live on Instagram for 2 hours, venting her frustrations about all the problems she has that stem from childhood trauma and what she calls abusive absent parents. Let's take a look at some of the things she had to say.
So angry. She was literally unapproachable, not easy to talk to, and then half the time we didn't live with her. I was living with my grandparents half the time, and so she was just very angry. Yeah, she was just very angry, and so when we would get disciplined, it's crazy. I'm playing this trauma back in my head as I speak to you. She'd be like, "Go get the belt," right? That's how you know you're in trouble. Go get the belt. That's one. Go get the belt. Now everyone's shaking in their boots, right? Then we go get the littlest. You go walk to your doom. You walk to your death. It's like walking to your death, right? So You walk to go get the belt, and the belt, the switch, this, that. You walk to go get the belt, and pretty much, I'm going to show you. And, you know, my mother is an amazing woman, but she obviously didn't do everything right. So I'll show you what she would do. Hold up. She would go get the belt. So we come, it's 5 of us. 4 kids, actually, it's 4 kids. So boom. Now she has the belt. So she would hold our hands. Oops. She would hold our hands like this. If I had a belt, okay, boom. It would be like this, you know? She would hold our hands like this, and we would just sit in circles as she beat us. It was literally just like that. Ooh, that actually just traumatized me. Hearing that sound, yo, that sound, bro, yo, that sound, oh my God, that sound. And they just hold your hand. What did I, about, you know what I mean? And you're just running in circles. You're like, and you're just screaming, crying, right? And then she would be like, what would she say? And then after that, it will be fix your face. Fix your face. Fix your face, right? So now you're sitting there mad as fuck. You're mad as shit. And you're mad, you feel betrayed. You're angry, you feel betrayed, you're this, and she's just like, yo, fix your face. So now you're sitting there like this. You know what I mean? Then you're just, you know, and fix your face. What did I tell you? You want me? And then the threats, the constant threats, bro. Yo, the constant threats. And that's why. And now you want me to embarrass you? You want me to give you something to cry about? I'll embarrass. Oh my God. No, man. The belt, bro. Oh my God. It's that slave shit. That was some slave shit that they were on. All black parents on that shit. They were on that shit. That was some slave owner shit. You know what I mean? And they didn't understand. And then she was also so angry because at that same time, you know, she's Lauryn Hill. So she's getting attacked by the media. She was getting attacked by the media. You know, she was also going through her own shit. She had 5 kids with a man that they didn't really get to know each other, you know, so they were always arguing, always fighting. So I didn't really see much peace, you know? I didn't see much peace at all. No peace. And so then what would happen?
So yes, Lauryn Hill used to beat her children. Not just, oh, you got bad grades, here's a spanking. No, she used to tear them up on a daily basis. Now what you guys don't know is after Lauryn's first album, Lauryn became very close to a cult leader who was very mysterious. He went by the name Brother Anthony, and he totally brainwashed Lauryn. I've researched tons of cults and cult leaders in the past, and almost all of them have 2 things they strongly believe in, and that's pedophilia. Lots of them believe in marrying children. Second is strong disciplining. You know, strong disciplining tactics. Cult leaders almost always believe in harsh physical abuse when it comes to children, hidden in the name of love and doing what's best for the kids. So we can bet our last dollar who was behind Lauryn's abusive mindset when it came to disciplining her children. You guys are probably like, well, how do we even know Brother Anthony is even real? Well, let's read a section of this Rolling Stone article. I will leave the link in the description for those of you who want to go back and read the entire article. In 2000, Hill became close with Brother Anthony, a shadowy spiritual advisor. He was really a cult leader. Then abruptly fired her management team and the people around her. In 2001, she recorded her MTV Unplugged 2.0. Few bought the album, but many talked about how she could be heard on the record breaking down in tears and saying, "I'm crazy and deranged. I'm emotionally unstable. and repeatedly rejecting celebrity and the illusions that make it possible. I used to get dressed for y'all. I don't do that anymore, she said on the album. I used to be a performer, and I really don't consider myself a performer anymore. I had created this public persona, this public illusion, and it held me hostage. See, guys? It was public record. Everyone around Lauryn knew she was being manipulated and brainwashed by Brother Anthony, and they were leaking it to the media and different outlets. So let's see what Rohan Marley had to say in an interview of why he had to distance himself from Lauryn despite having 5 kids together. When Rohan was asked about a religious third party causing their relationship to end, he answered, quote, "People have long been fabricating stories about the relationship. One story that came was that I got her assistant pregnant. That was false. Lauryn started doing religious studies with this guy and became very secluded from the world because of her studies. But people said that the seclusion was my fault, and that wasn't the case. I didn't agree with what the religious guy was saying, and you can't live under the same roof as your partner if she's taking talk from someone else." He said, quote, "Like my father said, I'd rather live on the housetop than live in a house of confusion. That was it. I believe that when I'm with a woman, it should be me and her. Don't bring a third party into it that can't work for me. No one knows what we do in the bedroom. No one knows why we argue today or why we smile today. Nobody knows the ins and outs of another person's relationship, so I don't want a third party in my relationship. Ultimately, we grew apart because of her different interpretations of how life should be." She got brainwashed, guys. Now I'm going to give you guys an example of the types of things that Brother Anthony would have Lauryn Hill doing that ultimately led to her demise. Lauryn Hill hit headlines all around the world when she launched into a verbal attack against corrupt priests in the church while performing at the Vatican. Lauryn said, quote, "I realize some of you may be offended by what I'm saying, but what do you say to the families who were betrayed by the people in whom they believed? God has been a witness to the corruption of his leadership, of the exploitation and the abuses by the clergy." Sources close to the Everything is Everything star have told gossip site The Scoop they believe her comments could have been influenced by Brother Anthony, a man whose teachings Lauryn Hill has followed for 3 years. Cult watcher Ross says, quote, "Like many people who become involved in cults, Lauryn Hill was at a low point in her life when she hooked up with Brother Anthony, and she was very vulnerable. The question now is whether her speech at the Vatican was her own or, as many people have suggested, under the undue influence of Brother Anthony." I'm going to read you guys one more thing. It says, quote, "I had a tape of Brother Anthony's teachings," Hill's former bandmate Michael Price told Rolling Stone earlier this year. "It was some real cult shit. I couldn't believe that this dude was really serious," end quote. In closing, I want to say I like Lauryn Hill's music. She's very talented. We can never take that away from her. And I totally agree with what she said at the Vatican. But was that the way to handle it? If it could potentially take away her platform for good? Brother Anthony isolated Lauryn Hill, took her away from everything she loved, degraded her, and used her for his own personal gain. He instilled hatred in her. Her daughter stated she was always angry, hostile, even unapproachable. Brother Anthony brainwashed her and had her abusing her kids daily. I was surprised too because Lauryn Hill was already woke. She's very conscious. While she was a part of the Fugees, they made very righteous kind of F the system music, so Lauryn already had knowledge. But in my opinion, she would have reached far more people through her music, put the message in the music and reach the masses. Brother Anthony ruined Lauryn's career. Her life also, I'm sure, skated off with millions before Lauryn ever cut ties with her. If she's ever cut ties with him. Last, I'm going to leave you guys with what Lauryn had to say in response of her daughter's 2-hour rant.